Hello, good morning. Today I am going to present summary of the story The Library by Ramesh Guneshekara. B.Ed first year, compulsory English, page number 65, lesson number 9. Setting of the story Library in Shepherd's Hill, Saturday morning. Characters Donald, short and dumpy man. He is not a poet but he had collected ideas. He is from Ceylon, Sri Lanka. Janice Conway helps Donald to go main library, talks about his uncle Rohan Amaratunga. Rohan Amaratunga, Donald's uncle, a poet whom he was searching for. Summary. This is a short story about Donald in search of his ancestry. Once he visits library to get a poetry by his favorite poet, but librarian said it was not there. He is wearing his cap and yellow knitted gloves. As he is dumpy and short, his coat is much bigger because it was of her father. His parents were from Sri Lanka but died in their early ages. Then he moved to London from Luton in search of uncle who had come there before Second World War. He wanted to know anyone from his island. Donald is searching for a Ceylonese poet. Leonard Woolf had mentioned about that poet in his novel, The Village in the Jungle. After his experience of Ceylon, Donald first assumes that poet was Tambimutu, but later he discovered that Tambimutu arrived in London only in 1938. Later in a footnote, he finds a person dedicated to that Ceylonese writer by Hershey poet. Donald himself is not a poet, but he has been collected ideas when he first moves to London. After a few false starts, he starts working in the registry of the welfare organization ordering files. He proves to be skilled at filing, but he is not promoted. He is informed to get promotion only after 10 years, so he spends his time to collect personal heritage. He starts to collect facts from Ceylon, including books of colonial history. On the Saturday morning, it is windy outside in library on Shepherd's Hill. He lobs his scarf over his cap, which is knotted around his neck. He doesn't want to lose his cap. At the gate, he looks both ways because there is no vehicle to go to main library. He sees a car of Janice Conway, who is having trouble pulling her baby's buggy due to strong wind. After all, he got a lift to main library. They were known several years ago. She drives with her baby, Tommy, on the back of her car. Donald looks at the line of trees along the road. Janice stops her car on the halfway for her Tommy, so Donald also steps down on his way through the trees. He sees different birds and animals. He observes the beautiful places with woods and silent environment. He thinks he is becoming invisible like anonymous poet. He remembers many people. He feels no one knows him and he knows no one in that city. He remembers What his mother said before her death is importance of ancestry. Donald comes back up the path to the car. Donald and Janice talked in the car. Then only he says that he is looking for a poem. Janice says her grandfather was a poet. His name is G.F. Parker, who has written a poem and dedicated it to another poet. He is looking for that poet. Donald and Janice Parks get out of the car. He tries to recognize the name of the poet. Janice says he might mean Rohan Amaratunga, who was her grandfather's friend. Donald recalls the name of his uncle his father had talked about. Actually, Rohan Amaratunga was his uncle, and he had written a few poems. Janice suggests Donald that he should try to see the books by Rohan in the library as he had given it, along with her grandpa's poetry books to the library. Donald waits to, waits to settle the matter in his head and to become a little clearer. Homework or the main question from this lesson might be asked in the examination. Loss of ancestry is very deep anxiety. Elaborate. Thank you, everyone. Please like, share, and subscribe our channel. Thank you.